The existing state of affairs at Guysuco, where government is spending over $10 billion Ghana dollars a year, may receive severe judgment as the company is heading for another year of losses. Minister Harmon said a decision will be taken by December. He mentioned that a cabinet subcommittee will be set up to recommend the option government should take. Whether one of the options include closure of Guysuco, Harmon was tight-lipped.
There were a range of options that had been presented to cabinet. I would not want to be very specific of these options, but I gave you what I call the continuum of opportunities. That is to say, from doing nothing, maintaining the status quo, to diversification. So that along that range, there were several options, and the implications of us going down the route of any one of those recommendations. So those are things which the cabinet subcommittee will deliberate on and report back to the full cabinet, after which the other steps that I indicated, which requires consultation, presentation to the National Assembly, presentation and engagement with the opposition, consultations with the families and the workers of the industry.
As to the persons who will sit on the small subcommittee, Mr. Harmon had this to say.
The small subcommittee that has been identified to deal with these matters will be the Minister of Agriculture, Minister of Finance, Minister of Natural Resources, and the Minister of State.
He further posited that if government were to continue bailing out Guysuco, it would have serious implications for the National Treasury, in which Guysuco required $18.6 billion in 2017 and $21.4 billion in 2018. This, added to the current debt of $80 billion, makes a most exorbitant figure. This current debt, Harmon assures the company, is taking steps to repay. As to how soon Guysuco intends to repay that $80 billion debt, listen.
What I said is that I explained it, what I call a continuum of opportunities. That included also how the debt will be addressed, how it will be worked down from where it is now to bringing it down to zero, and what are the implications that are necessary, what are the things that are necessary to be done to allow that to happen. But as I said, these are all options which are before us. And none of the options we've actually at this point in time ruled out, because they came out of a process in Guysuco. They came out of a commission of inquiry. They came out of special teams of persons, special task force looking at various aspects of the operation of Guysuco. And these were very competent people who were looking at that. And so we would like to really pay and give serious attention to the recommendations that these persons and these committees have made.
The board and management also agreed that there can be no continuation of the existing state of affairs. The minister also indicated that if closure was to be adopted as the best option, then workers will be entitled to severance. But can the IMF save Guysuco's financial woes?
The Guysuco and the IMF certainly wants to talk to the IMF. The fact that you have to spend so much money in one sector of the country will become a matter to be discussed, because in their view it will basically be skewing the whole economic plans and economic arrangements of the country when you put so much money into an industry where the people in the industry themselves are saying that this is not a viable option if you do not change certain things in the Guysuco. So that this is why I'm saying that maintaining the status quo is what one of the worst options that were available at the time when we were looking at these things.
Members of the Guysuco Board of Directors met with President David Granger and cabinet members earlier this week to discuss the current status of options there, as well as the future plans for the company. Cabinet was given a full presentation by Chief Executive Officer of Guysuco, Mr. Errol Hanneman, and Chairman of the Board, Professor Clive Thomas. But December is weeks away, and the nation will be waiting. Safe TV2 Headline News will bring to you information as it develops. Andrew Weeks reporting for Safe TV2 Headline News.